Hello and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report with Hofstra Volleyball Coach Christina Hernandez. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you for having me.
Coming off a one-on-one weekend, let's get right to it. Start off with how team's response from losing a tough match against Delaware to coming back on Sunday to sweeping Towson. What did you see from your team from match to match?
Friday offensively was a tough night for us and a lot of unforced errors on our part. And we watched some film on Saturday and really kind of talked about everybody needing to be in the offense. And I feel on Sunday everybody responded really well, and we had a lot of people contributing and just taking care of things on our end offensively to make the match kind of go a little bit smoother.
In Delaware, you dug yourselves an 0-2 hole, and then you battled back to win the next two sets to force that pivotal fifth set. What happened early on, and then what changed in the third and fourth sets?
The first two sets was a lot of unforced errors on our part. I think we had almost 15 errors that we were giving away to Delaware in those first two sets, which made it really hard for us to be able to compete. So just things that we needed to do better. And in the next two, we kind of took care of our side a little bit more, and our middles were scoring more in the offense. Kate was doing some good things on the right side for us. Our serving errors were limited as well. And in the fifth set, we were kind of in and out in both of those states. We were doing some really good things, and then at really important moments we were just committing some errors, like hitting the ball out or in the net, that we kind of needed to take care of a little bit better towards the end.
Okay, so like you said, you watched film on Saturday, you come out Sunday against a Towson team that 2 weeks ago in their place took you to 5 sets. This time you weren't having any of that, went 3 sets, dominating, 3-set win. What changed from there to here?
When we played over there, it was very similar to Friday, a lot of just taking care of what we were doing offensively, and we hit 390 on Sunday, which just kind of made the game just much easier for our team to manage. I think in the first set we only had 1 error, which was why the score was so low. So just kind of focusing on us and what we could do, and we told our players that they just needed to kind of just make things work with every opportunity that they have, and that seemed to work really well for us.
Touch on some individual performances. Kelsey Wills, a stellar week. She's continuing her great season. Another CA Player of the Week honor. Became the 6th player to reach 1,300 kills. Had a career high 28 kills on Friday against Delaware. Just talk about her level of play.
She did tremendous this week, and I've seen her just continue to get better, and people have been putting a lot of pressure on her and serving to her and making her play defense and trying to really kind of wear her down and take her out of her offense. But she has worked on it a lot this past 2 weeks by herself in the gym, and really trying to make herself more confident in those 2 areas. And she just keeps getting better and better every week. And that was probably the best on Friday that I've ever seen her compete. And you could just really see her determination, and she knew that we were struggling offensively, and she just took a very big load for us, and it was amazing to watch that. And it's unfortunate that we didn't win that set, that last 5th set, but that was one of the best games that I've ever seen her play, and she did well and on Sunday as well. And she was probably a little bit tired, but she came out and she did well against Towson as well. And I think everybody just kind of complimented her in that match a little bit better, and made things again just kind of be a little easier for us as a team.
Great. Another player who had a really outstanding match on Friday, Sophia Black, libero, racked up 37 digs, freshman. Has she exceeded your expectations thus far?
She has, and we knew that she could do some great things for us, but that match in particular was just, that was awesome, and I didn't even know that she had done that until I'd seen the final stat sheet. She's much more confident, she's very vocal now, her serve receive is really solid, so I'm excited for what she's going to do in these last 8 matches that we have.
Okay, one more player to touch on, Noria Lopez da Silva. A little injured at the beginning of the season, had a slow start, but it's really coming on lately. What have you seen from her game as the season's progressed?
She's been getting more comfortable. We need her to be a big offensive weapon for us every match. I think it's important. She can kind of hold the blockers a little bit more in the middle if she's scoring and really doing those things well, but she's extremely athletic, and we've seen some great glimpses of some really amazing things from her, and her blocking's really solid, and she's very intense, which brings a lot of different energy to us when we play. So again, she's an important factor for us in needing to be solid every match, just as we expect Kelsey to be.
Okay. Turning to tonight, taking a break from the conference schedule, traveling to Sacred Heart for your final non-conference matchup of the year. What are you hoping to get out of tonight's match?
I want to see us be consistent and hopefully carry on from what we did Sunday to today. So when we're heading into Friday, we've got some good consistent matches underneath us that we can go into Friday and really be competitive and play a much tougher game than we did last time against Northeastern.
Okay, that touched on my next question. Northeastern coming up this Friday. Went to Boston a couple weeks ago, lost in 4. What do you need to work on to fix the things that happened in that match to try to get a win this week?
Northeastern plays defense really well, and they make you have to transition and take a lot of swings in a rally, and they wait for you to make mistakes. So we've just got to make sure we're being patient on the offensive end and taking some really good swings, and if we don't have good opportunities, playing, getting the ball back on defense and just being patient with our offense and make sure that we aren't committing some unforced errors that we did last time.
Okay, and the matchup with the Huskies pits probably 2 of the top players in the league, in Kelsey Wills and Kelly Bacon of Northeastern. What are the strengths of Bacon's game?
She's a smart hitter. She's probably never going to do the same thing twice. She tools really well. She's a great defender, and I think trying to slow her down is really not something that you can kind of worry on. I think you've got to try and defend some things from her as much as you can and worry about the rest of the team and try to manage that a little bit more than just putting all of your efforts into her. We might stop her on a few plays and get some really great digs, but the great players in the conference are going to do what they do.
All right, last question. Getting near the point of the season where last year at this point, you started that late season run to go to the CA Championship. Have you talked to the team about that? Has that come up in meetings?
It has, and I think we're at a different place than we were last year. We're in 3rd right now. We want to make sure we stay there and hopefully can maybe move into 2nd. I think at this time last year we were maybe struggling just to get into the 6th. So it's important for our seniors and those players that have been there from last year to really help the team push and make that final push, and so we can have 7 really great conference matches and really go into the tournament hopefully with a great seed and with a lot of confidence and a lot of momentum, and that's what we want to do, and we've talked about it, and it really is just up to our seniors and those who have been there before.
All right, Coach, tonight, good luck at Sacred Heart.
Thank you.
And then this weekend, home against Northeastern. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
You've been watching the W.B. Mason Coach Report on GoHofstra.com.